This is the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition has a look at stories making news tonight. Royal Caribbean gets the green light to acquire the iconic Xanadu Hotel. Also, the Minister of Health gives the latest on the long-awaited Freeport Health Campus. And chairman of both major political parties addressing unofficial candidate lists circulating online.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, it's a done deal. The acquisition of the Xanadu Beach Resort by Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, Celebrity Cruises Incorporated, the investment totaling a value of over $300 million. The Ministry of Grand Bahama issuing a statement on the sale, noting that government has approved several investment projects aimed at driving economic growth on Grand Bahama Island, and the sale of the iconic property is one of them. The redevelopment is expected to resolve a long-standing issue with the dilapidated resources and, at the same time, deliver a brand new experience for visitors to our shores. The ministry describes the project as multifaceted, with more details to be revealed in due course, reaffirming confidence in the island's future. Once again, the ministry is calling on Grand Bahamians to prepare for the opportunities ahead, encouraging members of the Grand Bahama diaspora to consider coming home. The statement ends with the assurance, we will continue working steadily to revitalize the economy of Grand Bahama. Well, the announcement of the final approval for Royal Caribbean and one of its affiliates to acquire the 40-acre Xanadu Hotel site was released during the Central Bank's first quarter presentation, with plans to transform the property into a major recreational and entertainment destination. Jelana Thompson-Everest sat down with port officials who also played a major role in this deal and joins us live now with the details.
That's right, Ramiko. Another major deal is in the books as the Davis administration approves Royal Caribbean's acquisition for the 40-acre Xanadu Beach Hotel property. Grand Bahama Port Authority President Ian Rule weighing in on what this means for Grand Bahama and how residents should prepare for what's ahead.
We welcome them coming to Grand Bahama and doing even more than what the press has spoken about. So I think this is a good time, not only for Royal Caribbean, for Bahamians to invest in this.
Roll did not delve into the specifics of the acquisition, but he emphasized the significance of Carnival's Celebration Key, MSC's development, and now the $348 million deal with the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line Celebrity Cruises. He noted that the involvement of these global entities sends a strong positive signal about Grand Bahama's future. As for what comes next, he urged residents to get prepared.
Our desire is to connect Bahamians with the opportunities that's right in front of them. Pay attention to what's going on, do their research, gain knowledge, and participate in this growing tourism economy, which I think is going to be the most significant growth that we have ever had in Freeport within the next 5 years.
He stated that the 40-acre property, which is expected to be transformed into a recreational and entertainment hub, will have a major impact on the economy, and he adds that this investment, along with others in the pipeline, is exactly the kind of development they welcome.
Just like the Carnival Cruise Port, Carnival is going to have a big entertainment component, and what that allows is a number of Bahamians will now be investors in the economy, not just workers. So again, I welcome Royal Caribbean, MSC, and whoever else. Disney, let's bring them all to Freeport.
Now, we reached out to Royal Caribbean Cruise Line Celebrity Cruises for a response on the breaking news, and their spokesperson expresses that they are always accessing their portfolio and continues to explore future projects to offer best vacation experiences for their guests and drive economic growth in the communities they visit. This news comes just days after the passing of hotel property owner Mario Donato, who died 2 days before the announcement. In an exclusive interview with ZNS News, Donato Xanadu expresses excitement about the sale, saying that he hoped it would bring more investors and job opportunities to Grand Bahama. Live from Xanadu Beach Hotel, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest. Back to you, Romiko.
Thanks so much, Yolanda. In other news, the government making good on its promise to ensure that the island of Grand Bahama receives a world-class healthcare facility. Tonight, our Shane Stubbs reports that the Freeport Health Campus continues to make steady progress here on Grand Bahama.
Behind me stands the infrastructure that will become a transformative milestone for modern healthcare on the island of Grand Bahama. And as you can see, the second floor is about to take form. Now, according to Health Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, he says the completion of the first phase of the Freeport Health Campus is right around the corner.
In the next month, the residents of Grand Bahama can see an expedition of this particular project, and we will now begin to bring more manpower resources on the site now that we have some additional drawings from the Beck Group. There were some headwinds, but we're behind that now, and we anticipate turnkey for phase 1A and 1B here on the Freeport campus, hopefully by the end of this year, early 2026.
Once turnkey commences following the completion of phases 1A and 1B, the Health Minister says the campus will provide key services for residents, headlined by its oncology unit.
We will be providing oncology services for our cancer patients and also add additional services for the residents of Grand Bahama because the Rand Memorial Hospital is not a full hospital.
At current, the Rand Memorial Hospital is operating through a memorandum of understanding with the Princess Margaret Hospital, according to the Health Minister, and is earmarked to become a secondary facility that will provide geriatric care, psychological services, and same-day surgeries once the health campus is fully operational.
We are now in discussions about the construction of the second phase, which is the multi-story tower, which would complete what is necessary for the Rand Memorial Hospital. I want to thank the contractor, our Prime Minister, who was very keen in the project.
The Freeport Health Campus will be just another step to revitalizing healthcare on the island. Just yesterday, an agreement with Western Atlantic University School of Medicine was signed, which allows the health campus's neighbors to expand their facility in that same area, which ties into the government's overall vision for the future of healthcare.
Our vision for these 100 acres of property in this area was to develop a medical school, medical training, a hospital, as well as institutes and biomedical companies who will be able to interface in this medical campus and to be able to provide quality healthcare services locally and abroad.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Switching gears now, as election fever sweeps the nation, a second unofficial candidate list has surfaced online, stirring speculation, raising eyebrows, and prompting political parties to set the record straight amid growing public curiosity. Raven Davis reports.
Election fever is heating up across the country, but so too is voter curiosity. This as another unofficial candidate list, the second in just a matter of weeks, has made the rounds on social media, naming some political hopefuls and the constituencies they're expected to contest in the upcoming general election. But it's its authenticity that remains in question.
The PLP has 2 seats in Grand Bahama, and we're pledged to defend those seats. So there's no candidates as such for those seats, although we have an organization which allows people, if they wish to challenge incumbents, to do so once they follow particular processes. But we are pledged to defend the incumbents who are in those seats.
Those incumbents named Ginger Moxie in Pine Ridge and Kingsley Smith Jr. in West Grand Bahama and Bimini. With 5 seats up for grabs in Grand Bahama, PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell says the party's eyes are especially on Marco City.
We want to have a targeted campaign against the leader of the opposition. We don't believe that he's fit to be reelected in that seat. And so we're looking around for a good candidate for that. And I'm advised that someone is very much interested.
Now, the list tied to the PLP includes Dr. Monique Pratt from Marco City, Ginger Moxie for Pine Ridge, Brian Lowe for Central Grand Bahama, James Turner for East Grand Bahama, and Kingsley Smith Jr. for West Grand Bahama and Bimini. But Mitchell urges caution, insisting the party is simply preparing to defend all seats.
Lists can circulate and people can say whatever they want to say. Right now, that's the position.
Meanwhile, the FNM's reported candidates for Grand Bahama are Michael Pintard from Marcos City, Dr. Charlene Reed for Pine Ridge, Darren Cooper for Central Grand Bahama, Kwesi Thompson for East Grand Bahama, and Daquan Swain for West Grand Bahama and Bimini.
There's been some lists circulated that, this one going to run and that one. We have ratified nobody. Absolutely nobody.
And as for when official nominations will be announced, FNM Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands had this to say.
You know, we got a good Bahamian word. Say directly.
With the election not constitutionally due until 2026 and Parliament not required to dissolve until October 10 of that year, for now it's a wait-and-see game. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Heading now into news from the crime beat, police officers from the Drug Enforcement Unit are actively searching for 3 men wanted in connection with an ongoing investigation on Grand Bahama. Authorities confirmed Tuesday with our Matthew Martinborough and shares more details in this report.
Take a look at your screens. Officers from the Drug Enforcement Unit on Grand Bahama are actively searching for these 3 men. 1 from Grand Bahama and 2 from Abaco in connection with possession of dangerous drugs with intent to supply and possession of an unlicensed firearm. Those men are John Saunders, 28 years old of McLeanstown. He stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall, dark brown complexion, medium build, weighing around 180 pounds, dark brown eyes and black hair. Samuel Cooper, 26 years old of Cooperstown, Abaco, standing at 6 feet 3 inches tall, slim build, weighing at 150 pounds, dark brown complexion with black hair. And Byron Cooper, 37 years old, also a resident of Cooperstown, Abaco, standing at 6 feet tall, heavy build, weighing at 355 pounds, dark brown complexion, dark brown eyes, and black hair. Anyone spotting them, please approach with caution as they are considered to be armed and dangerous. The public is urged to contact police immediately at 911, the National Crime Prevention Office at 302-8430 or 302-8431, Crime Stoppers at 352-1919, or Family Islanders 300-8476. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
And still to come.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority gears up to host the Freeport Business Expo. We've got those details plus sports and more when we return.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Get ready for the Freeport Business Expo Tourism Edition 2, happening May 1st and 2nd. Network, explore, and grow with top industry leaders. Register today at freeportbusinessexpo.com. Calling all singers, musicians, songwriters, and music producers from Grand Bahama. The Ministry for Grand Bahama invites you to enter the Welcoming Home Grand Expo Song Competition. Win $5,000 for first, $3,000 for second, and $2,000 for third. Go to ministryforgb.com for competition eligibility and guidelines.
Catch the Easter sale at Esquire's during the month of April. Buy one suit and get a shirt and tie absolutely free. Give them a call today at 352-8816.
Third Dimension is celebrating Mother's Day with 25% off housewares. Stop by Friday, May 2nd or Saturday, May 3rd and find the perfect gift to make Mom's Day extra special. Located on Yellow Pine Street, Freeport. Grand Lucayan invites everyone to the biggest and most elaborate Mother's Day Sunday brunch happening May 11th in the Grand Ballroom. Enjoy live music, food stations, giveaways, and special performances. Tickets are on sale now at the lobby. Call 373-1383 for more information.
Sizzling summer savings start early at Grand Bahama Tiles with a 25% off store-wide sale. This Friday, May 2nd and Saturday, May 3rd, catch the savings and upgrade your home decor early with sizzling summer deals. And don't miss our 35%, 40%, and 60% off summer clearance corner. It's a hot, sizzling summer store-wide sale at Grand Bahama Tiles. Call them at 352-7920. Some restrictions apply.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. The Grand Bahama Port Authority is set to host the Freeport Business Expo, bringing together local businesses, industry leaders, and aspiring entrepreneurs for 2 days of networking, innovation, and economic opportunity at the Grand Lucayan Resort. Shalia Roll has this report.
As the resurgence of Grand Bahama is on the horizon, the Grand Bahama Port Authority continues to show their commitment to the island. The port is hosting the Freeport Business Expo to educate Grand Bahamians on new tourism ideas, financial opportunities for Bahamian entrepreneurs, and resources from proven industry leaders. President of the Port Authority, Ain Roll, says that the expo is expected to aid in entrepreneurs' growth and development, especially with the many tourism opportunities on the island.
The idea behind the event is to introduce local Bahamians to vendors, local vendors, foreign vendors who we would have met over the many years of traveling to these various conferences. And these vendors have unique offerings that probably do not exist anywhere in the Bahamas.
Roll also expressing why it is important for residents from other islands to take part in this event.
The significant uptick in tourism throughout the entire Bahamas, that it's important for entrepreneurs in the various islands to also participate in this expo because they will see unique offerings that probably does not exist in New Providence or Exuma or Abaco or Andros or any of the other islands.
To assure the success of the event, the Port Authority has partnered with entities like the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, Grand Bahama Island Promotions, and the Ministry of Tourism, all expressing their excitement for the expo.
Business is nothing if it doesn't have customers. And the Port Authority Group has done its share of work to ensure that there are customers for Grand Bahama coming along. Business also is nothing if it doesn't have products to provide to customers that customers want to buy and want to pay for. So it is our pleasure to be a partner in this Freeport Expo tourism model.
Given the major developments happening in the tourism industry on our island, we do believe that this event is timely. It is an opportunity to empower our locals in terms of the tourism industry and also strengthen our economy. So we are looking forward to a very successful event.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority is inviting the wider community to the Freeport Business Expo as it is set to be held on May 1st and 2nd of 2025 at the Grand Lucayan Hotel. The event is open for the public, but participants must be registered. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
Well, finally, in news tonight, he was once known as the life of the party, energetic, full of jokes, and a standout athlete at Hawksbill High. But today, Roger Bubbles Roll is facing some of the toughest battles of his life and is in urgent need of help. Shalia Roll has his story.
Once known as a spirited athlete, Roger Roll, affectionately called Bubbles by many, is now fighting the toughest battle of his life. The former Hawksbill High student who once ran track and played softball with passion and pride is facing a cascade of devastating health challenges and needs urgent help.
He needs some encouragement. Because right now, I don't know what to do.
Roll's life drastically changed in 2017 when he suffered a stroke. While he fought hard to recover, many challenges followed. He was later diagnosed with breast cancer, a rare condition in men, and underwent surgery to remove his left breast. But instead of relief, tragedy struck again. An infection developed shortly after the procedure, landing him in the hospital in critical condition. Doctors placed Roll in a medically induced coma to stabilize the infection. He remained unconscious for 15 days. When he finally woke, he was blind, the result of complications now linked to glaucoma. Now battling new infection in his legs, Roll's health continues to decline. His mobility is currently limited due to his conditions.
First, I thought it was cancer through the legs, but it was a thing called emphysema.
Emphysema is a rare disease where the red cells eating out the white cells. Through the grace of God, God still give me strength to try walk and be strong with it, you know?
He now lives in near isolation, burdened not only by his illnesses, but also by public misunderstanding and judgment. Some in the community have turned away, leaving him to face these challenges with little support.
Scoring on me, people was laughing at me, people was spitting, talking. People even throw feasts on me when I was homeless.
Roger Roll is now appealing to the public for help. Donations can be made directly to Roll's Bank of the Bahamas medical account. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
We certainly hope that he gets the help he needs. Well, Jay, what's coming up in sports?
What's coming up in sports? Island sports for primary schools. Some of the future Olympians and craft athletes will be in action all week long at the Grand Bahamas Sports Complex.
All right, good stuff. That's coming your way next. But first, a check on the local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Celebrate the incredible women in your life this Mother's Day. And don't forget the special offer from Cornet Bahamas. From April 16th to May 16th, enjoy a fantastic 35% off store-wide. That's right, everything you need to show your love and appreciation is on sale. Whether it's a heartfelt gift for mom, a treat for yourself, or something special for that amazing woman in your life, we've got you covered. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Visit any one of our stores today. Make this Mother's Day unforgettable with Cornet Bahamas.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Now, I know I've said it before, but this time, I swear it's different. Grammy dreamed about this number, so I won't lose. I can't lose. This is my last time. Please, son, just give me one more chance. I'll give it all back to you.
Excessive gaming affects more than just the gamer. This message has been brought to you by the Gaming Board for the Bahamas, which encourages you to game responsibly.
The Ministry for Grand Bahama invites residents and Grand Bahamians everywhere to unite and celebrate our beautiful island in grand style at the Welcoming Home Grand Expo, July 2nd through 10th. It's a week of events that you cannot miss. Save the date and get ready for Welcoming Home.
Sizzling summer savings start early at Grand Bahama Tiles with a 25% off store-wide sale. This Friday, May 2nd and Saturday, May 3rd, catch the savings and upgrade your home decor early with sizzling summer deals. And don't miss our 35%, 40%, and 60% off summer clearance corner. It's a hot, sizzling summer store-wide sale at Grand Bahama Tiles. Call them at 352-7920. Some restrictions apply.
A new era is dawning in Grand Bahama. An opportunity, it's knocking louder than ever. Introducing Tract B, Bahama Reef Yacht and Country Club Unit 1. A prime corner commercial property, footsteps from the Port Lacaya Marketplace, crystal clear waters and white sandy beaches. This expansive 4.8-acre tract is zoned for commercial and multi-use development. Envision a thriving restaurant, a boutique hotel, or an entertainment hub unique to your vision come to life. You can live, work, play, and learn in paradise when you seize this rare opportunity today. Collaborate with DevCo and let's shape the future of Grand Bahama Island together.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports Top and Sports. The Fidelity Bank Domino's Hut Pizza Hut Primary School Track and Field Championships is set to begin this week at the Grand Bahamas Sports Complex. The 4-day meet begins Tuesday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. daily.
We are thrilled to have over 700 athletes from 23 schools around the island under the theme, "It's all about our little darlings." The event kicks off on Tuesday with 3 field events: under 9 boys and girls ball throw, under 11 boys and girls high jump, and under 13 boys and girls long jump.
And our defending champions repeatedly in our big school section is none other than U Campbell Primary. Our middle school champions are that would be Freeport Gospel, and then our small schools will be Sunline. It affords everybody the opportunity to compete in a different age bracket, not age bracket, but category, affording all schools a chance to win, because everybody's not a big school like the Maurice Moores, the Freeport Primaries, and the Walter Parkers.
Next in sports, crossing week 12 of Little League Baseball, the Red Sox scored 13 runs to the Lions, 12 runs to get the win. In 12U play, FES Royals scored the win against the Tigers 13-12 in a close one. And the Lions dominated the Dodgers 14-4 in 16U play. Also scored some Rising Stars Little League Softball. West End Sharks shut out Superstar Batitude 7-0 in 10U action. And the Sharks again beat H2O Trucking Rebels 7-2 in 12U play. Last in sports, Grand Bahama athletes continue to make a name for themselves in swimming, even with limited resources, according to YMCA Director Karen Pinder-Johnson.
I can tell you that the swimmers here on Grand Bahama are hungry. The athletes here on Grand Bahama are hungry. We've always been the underdog, so we work extremely hard. The programs are really strong here on Grand Bahama. Of course, there's always room for improvement. A 50-meter pool will do us well, but we got to take into consideration everything that comes with a 50-meter pool. But as it stands right now, we have 3 25-meter pools on the island, and all of the pools are working very hard with the athletes, and that's why you see this year we had 15 out of Grand Bahama that actually participated in Carifta 2025.
And that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Get ready for the Freeport Business Expo Tourism Edition 2, happening May 1st and 2nd. Network, explore, and grow with top industry leaders. Register today at freeportbusinessexpo.com.
Sizzling summer savings start early at Grand Bahama Tiles with a 25% off store-wide sale. This Friday, May 2nd and Saturday, May 3rd, catch the savings and upgrade your home decor early with sizzling summer deals. And don't miss our 35%, 40%, and 60% off summer clearance corner. It's a hot, sizzling summer store-wide sale at Grand Bahama Tiles. Call them at 352-7920. Some restrictions apply.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
NS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, past Past, present, and future, the Bahamas reclaims its own narrative through the eyes of a dozen esteemed authors. Also, a gated Western community rocked by tragedy. Hear what preliminary investigations have so far revealed. And a sense of stability and security, equity and wealth as another group of Bahamians become homeowners. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now. Everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. An historical event of significance that helped to change the political, social, and economic landscape of the country reenacted just this morning. It was Tuesday, April 27th, 1965. Tired and frustrated, in an act of defiance that would put the wheels in motion to create what we now refer to as Black Tuesday. A moment of political courage and belief in nation stood firm. The 60th anniversary of that moment recreated this morning. The setting, once again, the House of Assembly, this time the role of key players from back, performed by high school students.
Mr. Speaker, no longer will we continue to sit back while you take away what is rightfully ours. No longer will the government take away what the will of the people. Today, we ask you, will you allow us to be silenced, the voices of the people? We will no longer be oppressed, Mr. Speaker.
Now, outside the House of Assembly, a crowd gathered today, just like they did all those years ago. Some recall today's matched perfectly the temperature back then, and then came the iconic moment.
We'll fight for equality in this country called the Bahamas. Mr. Speaker, in my hand, I hold the mace that represents your authority in this House. But authority on this island belongs to the people. And the people...
Conduct yourselves! Honorable members, conduct yourselves!
Well, a pillar beside the man leading the charge, Dame Marguerite, widow of Sir Lyndon Pinling, has oftentimes shared memories of the moment that sparked a movement that fateful day when the ceremonial mace was tossed out the House of Assembly's window in protest of unfair gerrymandering of constituency boundaries, a moment she proudly deems the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Still, as she recalls, there were whispers on the street.
Around 11 o'clock, we had a message from Mr. Whitfield to say that he's going upstairs in the House of Assembly to let Mr. Pinling know that the people are getting too close for comfort to start move now. And sometime after that, I don't know whether it was about 10, 12 minutes or what, we heard this shout in Bay Street. In Rawson Square, actually, by Queen Victoria's statue. We couldn't see anything. We were only able to hear because there were so many people. And where we were stuck by this western door, and every time I drive Bay Street, I see western door kept me away from that real action. But it was quite an exciting time, and Bahamians like excitement. We love it. Whether they understand it or not.
Dame Marguerite says only hours later she asked herself, what if? What if something had gone wrong? What if someone had gotten hurt?
Heart pounding, praying that, oh Lord, don't let anything happen, because it would have only taken a spark. And myself and Beryl Hannah, we stayed behind on Parliament Street until the crowd would have left to hear what the other side were having to say, and now we were being ridiculed, and we don't know what we're doing, and we can't run our own homes, and we talk about running House of Assembly and all that. All sorts of things were said to discourage, but we were determined to follow the leaders wherever they said to go, do whatever they said to do to help to get the job done, and the women supported 110%.
Dame Marguerite laments, though, that all the teachings and preachings and sacrifices are being lost on the younger generation who are not being told the story. A disservice, she says, to the many who are inclined to think that today's Bahamas always was. Well, an historic setting for an historic day. Crowds returned to the grounds of Southern Recreation Park this morning as the nation remembers the events of Black Tuesday. But as our Corval Pyfrom explains, our education system today literally started a new chapter. This time, one entirely written by and for us.
Along with marking the 60th anniversary of Black Tuesday, which symbolizes a seminal moment in Bahamian history, this was also a moment to unveil the first ever Bahamian-authored history textbook for secondary school students.
Let us be clear. This is not just about a textbook. This is about decolonizing our minds.
Prime Minister Philip Davis again using a familiar phrase. As long as the lion learns how to write, every story will be glorified by the hunter. The new textbook, written by 12 acclaimed Bahamian authors, represents a paradigm shift in our education system. The new textbook, called Toward a Common Loftier Goal, is being introduced to students in senior high school.
And so I say to every student, we'll crack open these pages. Learn it, own it, love it, see yourself in it, be proud of it, add your own chapter to it.
We want our young people to burst through mediocrity and break new ground.
This project is being hailed as the brainchild of Education Minister Glenys Hannah Martin.
This new history text, in case you haven't seen it. We hope will help our young people to garner a greater sense of self and engender a deeper understanding of who they are and what they are and where they must go, and to incite a critical analysis of their own contextual reality.
The history text covers a wide range of themes, from pre-independence right on up to contemporary history. It follows strict academic guidelines, and getting it across the finish line, says steering committee co-chair Dr. Chris Curry, meant crossing over many hurdles.
Where we as a nation could celebrate the launch of a history text that is both comprehensive in scope and content, yet reliable, relatable, engaging, enriching, stimulating, and student-friendly.
The textbook is expected to be placed in schools this coming school year, just as the country's education curriculum undergoes a revision, the first since 1982. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Meantime, back in 2021, women secured 7 of the 39 seats in the House of Assembly. Today, those women are hoping to have even more join frontline politics, holding firm that it's necessary. Danielle Dean has that story.
Back in 2021, history was made when Ministers JoBeth Colby Davis, Pia Glover Roll, Patricia DeVoe, Leslie Miller Bryce, Glenys Hannah Martin, Ginger Moxie, and Elisa Ramming became part of the largest number of women ever elected into Parliament. On Tuesday at the Commonwealth Women Parliamentarians Workshop at Super Club Breezes, joined by female politicians from Nigeria, India, Samoa, and Sri Lanka, the Bahamian women highlighted their delight in celebrating the political accomplishments of women worldwide.
I want to make a diabolical move in Parliament itself. One of the things I like to say is this. I'm often attacked because of my style and my stance. But I believe that when we sit in the men's world, we have to conduct ourselves in a fashion that is like this, authoritative.
Speaker of the House, the Honorable Patricia DeVoe, says due to the impact that women have in politics, she'd like to see at least 15 women elected after the next general election. Minister of Energy and Transport, the Honorable JoBeth Colby Davis, outlined this is what she and the international female members of Parliament aim to accomplish.
See economic empowerment of women, see more of us included at the table, the decision-making table, to help us to continue to build and grow our country. And I think it's important for me to be here and supporting my colleagues, Madam Speaker of the House and Madam President, just so they can see that the female parliamentarians in the Bahamas do believe in the economic empowerment of our women, and we support initiatives that put that work forward and want to be able to give our support where we can to make sure it continues.
Deputy Speaker of the Progressive National Party in Turks and Caicos, Jamaica Williams, also making her mark in her country's history books as the first woman to assume the role.
We just had a constitutional change, so we're now a full parliament. And I ran the elections first time, and I was victorious, having 3,911 voters who turned up and voted for me and my party, and we were successful at getting 16 of the 19 seats, and I was appointed the Deputy Speaker of the House, so it's a very humbling experience.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the national report. There's more news in a moment.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Irresistible taste of a KFC big deal, some people will do anything. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
What is it? Oh, ghost pepper burger. Chicken. I always at Popeyes, so maybe just come and taste their chicken. Wow. Nice. Crunchy. This is off the chisholm.
Wow, that is way better than I expected. Very spicy, extremely spicy actually. The bread is very soft. The chicken is juicy. Yeah, that's spicy food.
How do ideas become plans? Plans become memories.
So you like my buffalo?
And dreams become your life.
This is my child.
Do you remember when hope became a house? When that house became a home? Your ideas are everything, and we're here to help make them happen. Your idea of yes, I can happens here.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
Well, you're looking at a shot there of West Bay Street, more specifically in the area of Cable Beach. That shot courtesy of our trusted cameraman, Neville Smith. Well, welcome back. Talking finances now. Central Bank Governor John Rowles says efforts continue to ensure more measures are put in place in the banking sector to protect low-income individuals. He acknowledges it's a necessary move to promote more inclusive financing in the industry.
For us, one of the priorities is to make progress in introducing a basic savings or transactional account where it would carve out some protections against the range of fees for those who have limited financial means.
Well, he says they're also looking at ways to improve service levels in the sector as more customers choose alternative channels to complete transactions.
Having customers use those alternative channels, we are also focused on making certain that no one is excluded from access through those channels. We are not going to be able to distance ourselves from the fact that it is very costly to provide financial services in the Bahamas. This is a country of 400,000 people. We sometimes overlook that fact. And so we have to also put continued effort into tackling the cost of getting the services to the population.
A white hearse escorted by a police squad car leaving the gated community of Sandyport last evening inside the body of a 47-year-old man who apparently opted to end his life, leaving relatives in shock and horror.
Shortly after 8 this evening, a concerned resident contacted Cable Beach Police Station, spoke with one of our senior officers, and requested a wellness check of one of the residents. Officers responded and gained entrance to the home, where they discovered an adult male hanging from the bathroom. EMS was contacted, and they examined the body and found no signs of life. Police is encouraging all persons who may be going through a struggle, going through challenges, maybe even depressed, to reach out to a trusted friend, colleague, pastor, someone, so that proper assistance, proper help can be given to you. Those family members or friends that know of persons that are struggling, know of persons that are in depression, to check on them regularly and try and get assistance for them, as we don't want another suicide in our country.
The matter has been turned over to His Majesty's coroner. While as the country grapples with reports of yet another suicide in what appears to be a disturbing trend, Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Michael Darville recently addressed what's being done from policy standpoint to address this potential epidemic.
We have addressed that time and time again. We have a new mental health bill. We're implementing that particular bill in stages. We have now partnered with the Psychological Association of the Bahamas to assist us, because we have a shortage of psychologists, and so in the interim we intend to ensure that we utilize them.
We also have details tonight of an overnight shooting here in the capital that's left a man fighting for his life. Again, ShotSpotter technology alerting officers to Peter Street just before 9 p.m. Investigating officers soon found out that two men were outside a home in that area when a black Nissan March pulled up. Now, the occupants reportedly exited and opened fire, riddling a 30-year-old man. At last report, he was in stable but critical condition in hospital. Stay with us. On the Beat is after the break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by folk called Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
What if I told you Wendy's has a new burger with a flavor so secret it's almost too delicious to handle? Well, now it's time to unlock that flavor. Try the new sweet and smoky barbecue cheeseburger. We can't tell you everything, but we can tell you that it's packed with flavor, including our secret barbecue sauce. Try the new sweet and smoky barbecue cheeseburger today. Available for a limited time.
Keep the Vibe Alive Music Group presents the Legends of Breaking Straight. Get ready for the biggest names in Bahamian music live on stage. KB, Funky D, Gino D, D-Ma, Sweet Emily, Simeon Alton, Veronica Bishop, and more like the Singing Bishop. Mark your calendars for Saturday, May 10th at the Farm, Marshall Road. Gates open at 6 p.m. General admission 80, VIP 120. Tickets available at Missouri, Bookie Brand at the Beauty Shop. Low location. Skyboxes and Sky Pod. Call ESC Distributors at 394-0819. Email keepthevibealive242@gmail.com. Saturday, May 10th. Come by boat and play and experience the Legends of Breaking Straight. Brought to you by Keep the Vibe Alive Music Group, ESC Distributors, Missouri, The Plug, The Beauty Shop, Bahamas, Bookie Brand, and Caribbean Wines and Spirits.
Are you straight? Bro, I ain't getting no service. I can't make no calls. I can't post nothing on my stories. I don't get it.
Wait, you on a live? Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive fiber services when you port your landline.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
A significant milestone for 14 Bahamians who are now homeowners thanks to Arawak Homes. The Bahamian residents receiving keys to their brand new homes during a private ceremony in the Carmichael constituency Monday afternoon. Our Desmond Saunders was there.
A gleeful moment for 14 Bahamians who now occupy the newly constructed units built by Arawak Homes.
It's quiet, only 14 homes, and it's out the way. So this is going to be a very close-knit community in here, and literally there's only people who live in here need to come in here.
The single-story family structures will be outfitted with modern amenities and features, and President of Arawak Homes, Frennan Wilson, could not be more satisfied.
We are so excited. We're opening our newest community named after a contractor who has been working for more than 40 years.
The newly constructed home sits on James Hamilton Close, a new housing subdivision created by Arawak Homes off Carmichael Road, named in honor of veteran Bahamian contractor James Hamilton.
Mr. Hamilton is one example from the construction sector of someone who has been at a craft specialized for more than 40 years and providing homes for people to actually move in. And so that is one of the reasons why we thought that he would be fitting to be an example of someone from the construction sector to honor in this way.
Well, it made me feel very proud, me and my family. It shows that dedicate yourself to anything you want to be or anything you want to deal with in life, and the end results would come out positive.
Now, this new subdivision by Arawak Homes, part of a continuing effort to provide affordable home ownership to thousands of Bahamians. A new subdivision presently under construction in the Prince Charles area will be available to residents in the coming weeks. Desmond Saunders of Bahamas Tonight.
Well, thanks, Desmond. Now we toss it over to LaDonna Marlena, who joined us live for a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now. Ladies, what you have for us?
Well, Kushla, have you seen the reenactment of Black Tuesday in Parliament today?
I did.
And have you, I guess, done any drama or acting in school? You and Marlena, have you?
I know Marlena has. I did a little bit in primary school, just a little bit.
What did you do?
I did a lot.
Do you remember what it was?
I care not to say.
Would you like to share, LaDonna?
Well, I've done poetry and recitals and that sort of thing.
There you go.
And I've been in the drama club as well, back in Bryland, so it's been pretty good. I'm sure you're the acting guru.
We had a lot of fun with that, but I think that's so good for them because I feel like that helps them, even if you're not big into history in class and you don't think you are, it helps them feel more part of everything and get a little more invested, I think.
Yeah.
And get our history out in a very creative and innovative way.
Yeah.
Well, stay with us. We have more when the National Report returns.